start on today's Mishnah, and we're really picking up from where we were yesterday and on previous days, and we're building on that. Says the Mishnah. We're in chapter 4, Mishnah 13. Okay? Rebbe Eliezer ben Yaakov. Rebbe Eliezer ben Yaakov says as follows: Ha'isa mitzvah achas koine lo praklit echad. So, when a person does a good deed, when a person does a mitzvah, then he acquires one single advocate. You want to call it a celestial being, an angel, whatever you want. And somebody who transgresses one sin, one transgression, then he acquires, regrettably, one single accuser. Teshuva umasim tovim kitchis bifnei haporonus. But repentance, teshuva, atonement, and good deeds are a shield against retribution. Oh, I just realized. Sorry, apologies. I just realized that we were plugged in with the headphones and I wasn't wearing them. So let me just state again, apologies, we'll go very quickly. Today's learning is in memory of Leah Bas Feivel, Tivia Bas Mordechai, Avram ben David Slavin, Shlomo ben Yisrael Morris, Eliezer ben Shmuel Teret, Eliezer Shalom ben Avram Shmuel Beres, Tzipora Fegela Bas Reuven Baruch, Shalom ben Eli Ali, Bena Bas Feivel, from Shoshana Bas Yaakov Shmuel, and Shmuel ben Yosef ben Chaim Silva, Esther Bas Herschel, Boaz ben Avraham. I know I've done it. And we also, we were just saying, I've just been told that you couldn't hear. Now you can hear, I hope. You should be able to hear loud and clear. So now the Mishnah, which we started, which was in my headphones, so only my ears heard, it goes as follows. Somebody who does one mitzvah acquires one advocate or one angel. And somebody who does one avera also acquires one accuser. Somebody who does masim tovim, teshuva, repentance, and good deeds, then they are able to eliminate. It acts as a shield against retribution. So let's try and put this into perspective. Rosh Hashanah is around the corner, and that's when people wake up and they start thinking. But really, we should be having these factors into consideration every day. We say it's a well-known idea that for every action there is a reaction. Okay, you cannot live in a vacuum. You cannot live a cognitive dissonance all of your lives and say it's okay, it doesn't matter, I'll make up for it later on. It doesn't work like that. So we probably grow up with this idea of this humongous scale in heaven, right? And basically you go up to heaven and there is a wonderful cheery angel standing there and is going to decide whether you come in or not, and says, can you tell me why you should come in? And then you empty your pockets of all the good deeds, and it says, and then you empty your pockets of all the bad deeds, you put them on the scale, and then if it is in favor, then you are able to get in, and if not, then you have to go to Cheder, you have to go to the other room for some time. It's not quite the way it works, as we are trying to impress on everyone again and again. So each time we said every action creates a reaction. That is true in the physical world, but it is also true in the spiritual world. So in other words, I am the sum total of the deeds, of the actions that I am. I change not just my persona, but my soul, right? I have potential, and the more that I bring out that potential, the more it becomes a reality. Okay. In other words, there isn't really this huge transformation and transition from this world to the next. In fact, it's referred to as taking a hair off when it's in the milk, taking it off the milk. It is very, very natural that we become who we want to be, and that is reflected in where we end up. So in other words, each time I do a good deed, I create an angel. So when I transform myself, I become more spiritual. And then when I stand in front of the Almighty, I don't actually need to produce anything. There's one, we see what's in front of him, right? Or he sees what's in front of him. And what he sees is the fact, how transformed have we become? What have we become? Have we become more spiritual or not? Are there loads of advocates in our favor, or are there advocates against us? Okay. So we don't actually need to say anything or do anything. It's the way we present ourselves, and that depends the way we turn up. And it's not just a matter of quantity. And this is the point I want to get across today, that no actions are exactly the same. In other words, two people can write a check for charity, okay? Or they can do an action. They can go and help in Jewish care or whatever else they want to do. No two actions are the same, okay? What you put in is what you get out. And the more pure that deed, the better the intentions, the purer the motives, the more energy and enthusiasm we put into whatever we do, that changes and dictates the angel, the celestial being that we create. The better quality that angel will be in being an advocate on our behalf. So it's very encouraging, but it is also quite overwhelming, because think about it this way. Even if I do an action in private, nobody sees it. You're sitting at home now, you're learning, you're doing charity, you're making a phone call, nobody knows that good that you are doing. The quality, the subtlety in that action, in that thought that you put into it, right? That will all be factored in when it comes to your account after 120, right? Conversely, right? If it is that a person does something bad, right? And we all make mistakes, we all do it day in, day out. But hopefully we're trying, as a result of this learning, to minimize it and to be better people. So let's say, God forbid, I were to do something that I shouldn't do, okay? I don't know, I forget, I'm tired and I forget to say grace after meals, right? Now, there's different ways that we can do things. It can either be with intention. It can be, right, that I know consciously that I don't want to do this, or that I want to do this transgression. Or it can be a matter of I'm exhausted, or that I just want to satiate my wants. It's a matter of weakness as opposed to brazenness. And therefore, of course, we want to change our actions, that if we were, God forbid, to do something wrong, it's merely accidental. It's not intentional. It's not something that's been thought through. It's not an affront to God. So therefore, the quality of our actions is so important in life. Let me give you a couple of examples. Machiavelli, you may have heard the name. So he said that that it's all about trying to persuade people that you are something that you're not. It's not really about the substance, it's about the image. And you succeed in life about, the way that you turn up, the way that the impression that you give. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. Let me ask you a question. When you think about apologies, public apologies, we see loads of them, right? We see them with ministers of MPs in government. We see it with celebrities, sports people, Tiger Woods, Lance Armstrong, Mel Gibson. Each of them made public apologies. Yet you cannot compare those three public apologies. Two were seen as genuine and sincere and contrite, and one was a matter of going through the motions, right? You know which one I'm talking about, I hope. Which one was insincere of those three, or was seen by the public as insincere? And you remember that Jeremy Corbyn, when he tried to make apologies for what was going on in Labour, we didn't buy into it, right? It wasn't seen as sincere. And the reason, and I want to pick up on this, the reason why Jeremy Corbyn's apology was not sincere was seen that because he didn't follow through. In other words, I can say something, but actions speak louder than words, right? So if I am truly sincere, how does that play out in the way that I follow through on the rest of my life? It's not enough just to say it. You've got to reflect it in the way the behavior you model subsequent to that apology, subsequent to that regret, right? And if it is that I do a good deed, is that a one-off? Was that an accident? Was that just to impress other people? Or was I genuine? Was I sincere? Did I really mean it? I really want to help you. I really want to make a difference, right? If it is that we are more and more consistent, and we are showing through our actions, through what we say, through what we do, through our thoughts, that we really are good, we want to be better people, we're helping other people, then we will be seen as that is who we are. And therefore, for the 120, please God, when we go up to the next world, and our angels are there, our good deeds, our bad deeds are standing in front of the Almighty, prosecuting and advocating on our behalves, right? The quality of those good deeds will be so powerful, so potent, so overwhelming, that we will have a very close place to the Almighty in the next world, right? That's not why we do things in this world. Again, remember the previous missionaries that we've discussed. We want to serve God because it's the right thing to do, because he wants us to. It's not about getting reward, but nonetheless, that is what we hope will happen. Okay, so it's not enough just to go through the motions, we are saying, right? We want us to be sincere. Mel Gibson is the answer of the person who was insincere when after he made sexist remarks about, and he made anti-Semitic remarks, and he tried to undo the damage with a public apology. It was so superficial. It was, it was talking the talk rather than walking the walk. And I think we see in people's actions afterwards if they are sincere. And we all know it with our spouses, with our loved ones. Oh, I'm so sorry. How many times have we said that? But do we mean it? Well, they'll see afterwards if we mean it. And it's the same with all areas of our lives. God sees how we turn up day after day if we actually are sincere about the good stuff and the bad stuff. Wishing everyone well. We'll continue now with Psalm 23. If I can find it. Put it over here. Okay. Hope everyone is well. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's amazing to see so many people. Gives me so much motivation and enthusiasm for the rest of the day when I see so many people that have got up early and are learning with us this morning. So we're going to say the Psalm of David again. When we have this in mind, we affirm our faith, and we're also thinking the situation around the world is far from over regarding COVID. Don't become complacent, okay? In Israel in particular, there is a real battle going on. And I'm afraid to say that there are cases that have been imported in northwest London now, and therefore we have to keep our guard up, and we have to hope and pray that both here and in Israel and around the world, there will be an end to this coronavirus. Don't become complacent. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He causes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even when I walk in the valley of darkness, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You set a table before me in the presence of my adversaries. You anointed my head with oil. My cup overflows. May only goodness and kindness pursue me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord for the length of days. We now come to the memorial prayer, wishing long life to all those that would be saying Kaddish, and please God will be able to come to shul from Sunday onwards and say Kaddish. El mani rachamim shoichein b'amroimim amsim nechana akan feshchina b'melos kedoshim etorin kezorikim asherim es nishmois lebas Bible Sivibas Mordechai Abram ben David Slavin Shlomo ben Yisrael Morris Eliezer ben Shmoltet Eliezer Shalom ben Abram Shmuel Ber Sipor Fegelabas Reuven Baruch Shalom ben Eli Ben Abbas Bible from Rosh Hashanah Bas Yaakov Shmuel Yosef ben Chaim Silva Esther Bas Hershel Boaz ben Abram Shalach Uli Olamam Began Eide Teimenu Chasam Lachem Balarachamim Yasti Rein Beseisa Kanaf Avi Olamim V'Yatzov Bas Chaim Yisrish Masom Adonai Yonach Lasam V'Yanucha B'Shlomish Gavam and Amar Amen. Long life wishes to all those that would be saying Kaddish. Lastly, Refuah Shlema. Misha Berach Avseinu Abram Yisrael V'Yaakov Moshe Aaron David Shlomo V'Varech Rabbi Sachelim Bava Shanu Mispalim Bava Ram V'Chazeh Kadosh Baruch Yimali Rachim Aleichem Lach Malach Sam Mishlachim Refuah Shlema Neshmaim Lochol Levim B'Sar Shacha Yisrael Refuah Sandevish V'Sar Guvash Tabag Lazman Kariv Amar Amen. Not so many people have written their names down, but I can wish good morning to Jonathan, Richard, David, Rachel, Caroline, Mervyn, Andrea, Eitan, Richard, and Jackie, Richard, David, Andrea, David, Rachel, Mervyn, Jackie, Richard, again, Peter, and Mervyn, David Goldring, Powell, Estelle, Michelle, Harry, Steve, and I think we've done everyone at least 3 times. Michael as well, and Sharon. Wish everyone well. Have a great day. Shabbat Shalom. Look after yourselves, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care. Have a great day.